Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Karina, also known as Ohmglashes here on the tube. Today we are diving into a drugstore makeup, which is heaven for me, and I know that tons of you love when I talk about drugstore products, drugstore makeup, just anything that has to do with the drugstore. Y'all are here for it. I decided to sit down and film this ultimate drugstore kits makeup thing. We're talking about moisturizers, primers, foundations, concealers, all the jazz. So if you guys are interested in knowing the ultimate drugstore makeup kit, this is leaning more towards oily skin, but anybody is welcome to watch. Then yeah, let's jump right into it. I've rounded up the best of the best drugstore makeup tools, I like to call them, to achieve pretty much any look. Now, I have different products that I want to show you guys. I didn't just want to like show you just one thing. I kind of wanted to give you options for my ladies out there that are super glam like me, or that are more toned down like everyday makeup looks. Do you know what I mean? The first thing that I wanted to mention is moisturizer. Guys, I cannot emphasize how important it is to moisturize your skin. If your skin doesn't look good, trust me, your foundation, your makeup will just not look good. I have learned the hard way. I used to not moisturize my skin as much because I thought, oh my god, I'm super oily, so I really need to add more oil or more moisture to my skin, and the answer is yes. In case you guys hadn't guessed it, I love the Garnier Skinactive Hydrating 3-in-1 Moisturizer. I love this stuff. It's very lightweight on the skin. Even if you are extremely oily, apply a small thin layer on your skin, let it absorb, and then go in with your next products. And seriously, the best moisturizer you can find at the drugstore. Next on our list is primers. My pick for my primer has to go to e.l.f. and it is the Prep and Blur Stick. I did do a full review. I compared it against the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. If you guys want to watch that, you can click here or here. And I just did a side-by-side comparison, and this one is literally the same. It's like a little stick. Literally all you do is you apply it to your entire face. I only like to apply this to the area of my pores because it really does minimize the appearance of my pores. But I have yet to find a moisturizer or a primer, excuse me, that I can just use for the rest of my face. If you guys know of any good primers for oily skin or maybe combination skin that I can use for the rest of my face, please let me know, because I think this will be a great combo to add another primer to. Next up is foundation. Obviously my favorite thing out of makeup. I am a full coverage girl. Like, give me full coverage or give me nothing, okay? I am not here for no BB cream, so I'm not gonna show that to you guys. You guys know that I love full coverage foundations. I had to pick two, and the reason why I want to show these two is because they are a little bit different. This is the Maybelline 24-hour foundation, which is the one that I'm wearing on my skin right now. Love how this foundation looks. Super full coverage. It is very breathable, but it can get a little bit heavy on the skin. And that is the reason why I wanted to show this one. It is the Covergirl True Blend Matte Made. I also reviewed this and I swatched all 40 shades for you guys. I love this foundation, especially now for the summertime, because it still gives me full coverage, but it's so breathable and it's so lightweight on the skin. If you are looking for a full coverage, like just a swipe in one, full coverage kind, you're gonna like this. But if you still want a pretty good coverage, go for this one, because this one is going to be a lot more breathable and lightweight than this one. Moving on to concealers, I couldn't pick just one because I would have to say that from the drugstore, both of these are my favorite, and I'm sure you guys are gonna know what concealer I am going to show you because it is a hot item. I am talking about the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I have two shades. This is the lightest one, which is C6. It's a little too light for me, but I'm currently using C8 and I love it. This is very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape. If you don't want to splurge on a high-end concealer, I highly suggest this one. And then the other one that I also love is the Wet n Wild's Concealer Photo Focus. They're very similar in texture. They're both very full coverage. I just feel like this one is a little bit more lightweight than this one. Nonetheless, both of them are amazing concealers for covering all your sins, honey. Next up is a face powder. I would have to say that this is one of my favorite drugstore finds, and I am talking about the J.Cat Beauty Luxe Pro Powder in Porcelain. You guys know, I'm not lying, I really love this powder. I mean, can you see how much I've used out of this? Like, I've used so much, and I've had this for a while. A little bit goes a long way. It is so lightweight. It is very like finely milled. It's not going to over dry the skin underneath your eyes, so you can use it to bake pretty much your entire face if you really wanted to. I don't ever do that. I just bake underneath my eyes, underneath my cheekbones, my chin or my nose, and then the center of my forehead, because that's where I get so oily. And this helps me so much, and it's obviously super inexpensive. So get yourself a J.Cat Beauty Luxe Pro Powder. They have the shade Porcelain, they have Banana Shade, and then they have another one, but this one's my personal favorite. Moving on to bronzer. This one was a hard one, okay? I feel like the drugstore needs to step up their game when it comes to bronzers. I don't have a lot of bronzers that I can say I truly love, but there is one that ever since I discovered it, I was like, okay, this is my new holy grail bronzer. And I am talking about the number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. And this is what it looks like, which really reminds me of some of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. If you guys are my skin tone or darker, you know you are on the struggle bus for a bronzer. I feel like the drugstore has yet to put out bronzers for morenitas or people of color in just general. So when I found this bronzer, I was like, this isn't gonna look good on me. It's not gonna show up, but it is just the most beautiful bronzer I've ever seen. And I love how it looks on the skin. I don't have it on right now. I have another bronzer that I'm gonna show you guys, but this one's definitely a winner for me. The next category is blush. I'm not a big fan of blush. I wear it. It's okay, it's funny enough because I do pretty much wear it on a daily basis, but blush is one of those things that I never buy. Like, am I the only one? I never buy blushes. I have enough to last me probably a lifetime, but I just don't continue to look for more. Does that make sense? There is one blush that I bought maybe last year, and I completely fell in love with it. I love the shade, I love the pigment, I just love everything on it. I am talking about the Essence Satin Touch blush. Actually, Kathleen Lights is the one that got me hooked on these blushes. I have about 3 of them, but this one's my favorite shade. What I'm trying to say is that I don't have a lot of blushes that are from the drugstore, but if I have one to recommend to anybody, are the Essence blushes. They are amazing, super affordable. They're under like $3, $5 or something like that. Get your hands on it, okay? Highlighter. This is a really pretty highlight, and it has the perfect like peachy gold undertones to it. And again, these are my favorite because obviously, like, I'm a morenita. White highlighters just don't look good on me, and there are tons of drugstore highlighters. I think that that's one of the things that they've improved a lot is the highlights, because it is just such a huge trend in the beauty community. But there is one highlight that I love. When my friends ask me like, hey, I am looking for a super intense blinding highlight at the drugstore, what do you recommend? And I'm like, girl, check Maybelline out, which is this one right here. It is the Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I don't know if they have any other shades, but this is my favorite. Super intense, very creamy. It is like blinding. Definitely one of my favorite highlights at the drugstore at the moment. Now, contouring. Whoo! Praise the Lord for contouring, because your girlfriend has a little tortilla round face, and contouring always saves my life. So as far as a contour palette, there is only one that has my heart, and that is the Kokie Cosmetics Powder Contour Palette. Now this is their new packaging, or their new formula, their new palette, I guess, which looks like this. It comes with a highlighting shade. This is, I think, a blush shade. I'm honestly not sure. Yep, that's a blush. There's a blush, and then you have your 3 contour shades at the bottom. This is the bronzer that I'm actually wearing all over my face right now. I love this. And then obviously to contour, I like to use these, and then sometimes I will use this blush just to get an overall chiseled look. So I ended up falling in love with 2 products that I've just been using for a long time. The first one I'm going to show you guys is a pomade. I know that tons of you like pomades. I am a pomade lover. My favorite one is the Kokie Cosmetics Brow Pomade Gel. This is in dark brunette. What I like to do is I like to go in with my pomade first, and a little bit nasty because this is old, but I like to go in with my pomade first, sketch out my brows, and then I will go in with a pencil. And my all-time favorites, my baby, my honey, my sweetie, it's the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil, which is this one. I think I've gone through maybe 5 or 6 of these over the last year, más o menos. It's what I'm wearing on my eyebrows today, along with the brow pomade by Kokie. And I mean, I like how the brows look, you know, they stay in place, they look nice and sharp, they don't look too drawn in, and they have different colors. If you're not interested, obviously, in the black shade, if you have different hair color, pick this up. You will not regret it, and it's so pigmented and so affordable. Let's move on to some setting sprays. I actually have 2 to show you, and they both serve different purposes. The first one that I wanted to show you guys is a setting spray that you apply before your makeup application, and this one has been such a lifesaver. If you are oily, like, put your hands up. You know the struggle of keeping your makeup in place during the summer. It doesn't happen. I discovered the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. This stuff is heaven in a little bottle. All you do is you just mist your skin before you go in with your foundation, let it sink in, go in with your primer, and then go in with your foundation. And this won't completely stop the oil, but it will definitely reduce it, and it will help to mattify your skin. Love this stuff so much. Now obviously, after you're done with your makeup, you just want to set everything in place. Like, you don't want none of this to go anywhere. So I love setting my skin with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This claims to be a 16-hour wear. I really don't know if that's true. I don't wear my makeup for 16 hours, but I love this. A, it smells amazing, and B, it actually works. It really keeps your makeup in place. Love this stuff. This is my second bottle, and I'm pretty close to getting a third one as a backup. This stuff is bomb.com. We are now moving on to eyeshadows. Oh, my favorite part. Eyeshadow palettes made me so happy, you guys. Like, I don't even know why I'm cheesing so hard right now. I literally have a special place for palettes in my heart. I love everything that has to do with palettes. Okay, I couldn't break it down to just one brand, so I'm going to show you my personal favorite drugstore eyeshadow palettes that if you were to ask me, like, hey, I'm looking for this, oh, this and this and this, you know what I mean? So first of all, I wanted to mention the newer Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes, which are these. I have the other one. This one is called Not a Basic Peach, and then the other one is called Rose All Day. I recently used this color and then this darkest shade on a tutorial, and they were so intense. I cannot believe it, y'all. Also, the new Kokie Cosmetics Artist palettes. This one is in Peachy Queen. If you are into rosies and pinks and mauves and like these dark berries, this palette is for you. Obviously, Makeup Revolution, like no se queda atrás. This stuff is bomb AF, and as you can tell, this one is also a pretty good dupe for Anastasia. I love them. I love every single one of them, so get your hands on these. These are the Milani ones. This one is the most loved mattes, which is just full of mattes. If you are a matte shadow lover, you're gonna like this one. And then the other one is the Bold Obsessions palette, which is full of more shimmery metallic shadows. You have some mattes, but mostly metallic shadows. I think these two pair so beautifully. They just go hand in hand. Mascara. Ooh, girl, I love this mascara. I actually need to buy another one because this one's drying out on me. I have tried so many mascaras, and this is the only one that will actually give length and volume and will just make my lashes seem like they're there. I am talking about the e.l.f. Black Mascara. This is a mineral infused mascara. Oh my god, when I first purchased this and I applied it to my lower lashes, I was like, I'm sold. In my eyes, these are the best lipsticks in the drugstore. I am talking about the Makeup Revolution Mattes Iconic Matte Nude Lipsticks. I have two, actually I have 3 shades that I like to switch in between, and I know that I've gotten so many of you onto this shade. My favorite hands down shade is Inclination, which is this one right here. Oh my god, this is just the prettiest peachy nude shade. Another favorite is in the shade Inspiration. So you can see the comparison. This one's more peachy. Jumping into liquid lipsticks, don't think I forgot. Liquid lipsticks is definitely one of my favorite things to wear. I'm talking about the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte lipsticks. I have more shades, but these are the ones that I just had at hand and I wanted to show you guys. These are the two shades. Oh my god, they smell so good. They smell like buttercream. So this one is in the shade Tiramisu, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and then this one is in the shade Buttercream Frosting. But I also really like the Wet n Wild liquid catsuits. These are super bomb. This one's one of my favorite shades, as well as this one. I have a thing for peach lipsticks, okay? This one is Nudist Peach, and then this one is called Nudie Patootie. It is more of a cool toned nude. And there you have it. That is the best of the best, in my eyes, drugstore products. I think this is a great makeup drugstore kit for oily skin or for just beginners in general. If you are wanting to get into makeup and you just want to dive into the drugstore, these are some of my favorite products. I really hope you guys enjoyed them. I want to know what your favorite drugstore product is, like something that you can't live without. Leave me in the comment section down below what it is, and I will be sure to check it out. Thank you guys for joining me today, and yeah, that is it. I gotta go, so I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.